Hey everybody, welcome to the Gen X Journey podcast. For those of you that haven't seen us in a while on video, we're great to see
Hey.
you. We're ready to do a product review for the first time in this new podcast format. But before we get into that, I want to introduce myself. I'm Steve McKelkey. We've got Keith Abbott with us
Hello.
and Noel Kirsch. And
Hello.
for those of you that haven't listened, we are not in the same podcast studio together. We're
Mm-mm.
actually in three separate towns. Noel and I are in the DFW area, but
Mhm.
couldn't be further apart in DFW. And Keith is out in West Texas.
Yes.
And so just wanted to, welcome everybody to this video podcast. You're probably watching this on YouTube right now.
Mhm.
And so we're excited to do this. We haven't done a product review in a long time. And so
Long time.
so when we do a product review, it's something that we've personally used in our lives, that we benefited from, that we believe would be either fun for y'all to use or beneficial to your lives or
Mhm.
whatever it is. So that's what today's episode is going to be about. So Noel, we're going to
But
turn it over.
before
Go
we
ahead.
turn it over to Noel, I want to tell you how delighted I am because when we first started, we heard that, "Beep," and we now know that that's Noel's phone by the look on his face and him moving the phone away. So all of the times you hear that in every audio episode, now you know what it is. Now back to you, Noel.
Yeah, thanks for now you kick it to me. Yeah. Thanks so much.
Wallow in your self pity for a second.
Yeah. So for those that weren't with us in the previous format of our podcast, the Keith gathered all together the buzzings from that he edited out and put them into one little clip, and it was a lot of buzzing.
It
So
was amazing. Do you know
I
how many
get it.
hours that took to put together?
I
Worth every second.
can only imagine, man. But yeah, so my phone buzzes a lot, and I forget that it vibrates the table that this is on or my desk. But
So great.
anyway,
So great.
It's never an option to turn it off.
That's right.
no, it must stay on. Well, I have, I have to monitor work and stuff, so I'm never not working. It seems
We're
like,
proud
but
of you, man.
So all right. So today I was thinking about. So this is our first product review on this podcast, and so really sort of making it up as we kind of go along here. So and invite everybody to come along with us on this little journey here. So as I was thinking about, as we were talking about what products that we have that have been beneficial to us, I was thinking about what is it that a new product that I have that I certainly do enjoy a lot of that is beneficial to Gen X people specifically. And so in this phase of our life, at least my wife and I, Linda and I, we're empty nesters, and so we're traveling a whole bunch, and we're out of the house quite a bit for going to Lubbock to see my son, or we're going to just on vacation or whatever. So we're always away from the house, and so it's always a good idea to have a good security system on your house to kind of watch what's going on, monitor what's going on around the house. Of course, there's a wide variety of security systems out there, and I encourage you to sort of evaluate what are important for you and your goals and for your house, because it's probably certainly unique. But for me in my house, I started looking at different solutions out there. I've had other security systems before this one. And some of the issues that I had before with the previous security system was the resolution on the camera was abysmal. Like you see these videos of like people that are stealing stuff from Walmart, and it's like this grainy, nasty video, and you can't make out anything. You're like, you're a multi-billion-dollar company, Walmart. Get a camera that you can actually make out facial features and stuff on. Get it together.
Right.
So resolution was one issue. The other one was batteries, because the last system I had actually had a battery that you had to go out and monitor the battery power, and actually had to go put in new batteries and stuff like that, which is, I forgot, and the cameras would go offline, and it was a pain. And then the other one was like protecting your what am I thinking of, guys? Your personal stuff, like data privacy. There it is. So The fact that I could remember data privacy is funny in and of
That
itself.
is
But anyway,
ironic, Noel.
yeah, it really kind of is. It's been a day. But so data privacy is another one because like the last camera system I had uploaded all the video into the cloud, and that's how you accessed it from wherever you were. But it was sitting on a server somewhere, and God only knows who had access to that video. And so that was the other thing, was just the data security aspect. And
Noel likes to
before,
walk around in the nude.
yeah,
So
a
it's
lot.
understandable.
Yeah,
Not
right.
everybody wants to see that. Just
Yeah, in my front yard, backyard, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Yeah. So, but it's your family is coming in. You don't want your kids. I don't want my kids broadcast out anywhere.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to control that and keep that
Sure.
in house and know who has access to it. And then I guess the fourth thing would be the fees that you have to pay for that too, because it's going up into the cloud, and so you're paying a monthly fee for this data to be hosted out there on a server somewhere and everything. And so those are kind of the four things that were my pain points when I started searching for buying a new security system for my new house. We recently moved in here a little bit over a month ago, and so I started doing my research. And what I found through my research was this system called eufy, and it's spelled eufy. And this is the camera that comes with it. I have a 3-camera system. I bought it at Best Buy for, I don't know, it was like $500 or $600 or something like that. And I'll show you. I'm not going to show you all the components because the components are actually hanging up on my house. But I did take one of these cameras down to just show you what this looks like, so you can kind of see it. But on the top here is a solar panel. And so this is a battery powered camera. It's wireless, so there's no wires that you have to run through your windows or through the walls or anything like that, which I certainly did not want to do. This is completely wireless, and so it
That's
connects
awesome.
to your wireless network. No wires. The instructions that it comes with, there's an app, the eufy app, that man, is it amazingly simple to use. It gives you instructions on how to set up the cameras. It even tells you how to mount the cameras, like where to position them, what angle to position them at. And you can actually see whether or not it's done right. And the apps will actually tell you if you've mounted it in the correct spot and angle and all that kind of stuff. But this to me was a big deal. I've had these cameras out there for now a little bit over a month, and this thing is pretty dang clean. No markings on it or anything. It's weathered the outdoors pretty well. On the front of this, you probably can't see this, but it has a spotlight on it. So I can turn on from my phone the spotlight if I want to see something. It has night vision. So like at night when there's no lights, it still can see in the dark and everything.
Nice.
Has motion sensors on here too. So that's what actually trips the camera to come on.
Mhm.
And you can set the sensitivity of the motion detection so that one little tiny movement will trigger it, or if you want somebody to like have to walk in front of the camera for it to actually pick up something, you can set it to that setting as well. So there's like 8 different settings
That's
for
awesome.
motion sensitivity. So there's quite a bit of customization that you can do with the cameras, and so it's really something. I was really impressed with how much I could configure the devices and set it up exactly the way that I wanted to set it up. So I've been using this for a little over a month now. I've got three of these cameras mounted. I've got one in my driveway, one in the front door, and then one in my backyard. And super simple. I think it took me no more than an hour to mount all 3 of the cameras up in the different locations.
That's pretty good.
Using instructions on the app and stuff, it was super simple. Connected it to my Wi-Fi network, and we're off to the races. Now all the data comes to this is the home base control panel thing, or like this is where all the data gets stored. So if I could show you this, which I'm not going to do that.
so it's essentially like a hard drive.
It is. There's a one. So it comes with a 16 gig hard drive that it comes with a 16 gig onboard memory. And I bought a 1 terabyte hard drive. It'll hold up to 16 terabytes
Wow.
which even a terabyte of data is like, I think it's like 19 years or something of like normal camera usage.
Wow.
And so, I mean, I'm never going to have to buy another hard drive. This is never going to fill up. I mean, it's got all my data on it, and this stays
Yeah.
in my network closet in my house. I'm showing you that I pulled the top off of it, so you can kind of see. I don't know if you can see that or not on the cameras or not, but
Yeah.
there's a little slot right there, and I can undo this screw and pull it out. And there's a 1 terabyte hard drive that I bought on Amazon for like $70 and just slid it in there. Once I put it in there, the system recognized, hey, you have a new hard drive. You want me to format this? Yes, and then formatted it. Again, I didn't have to do anything really.
That's
Just put it
awesome.
on a hard drive, and the software itself did everything for you. Super, super simple. And like I said, this little device connects to is wired into my router, and all the data comes into this device. It's in my control, but I can see this so I can connect to my wireless network from anywhere in the world to my home and have access to the data. So we went on a trip over the 4th of July to Turks and Caicos, and I was in the swimming pool in our resort and monitoring my front yard from my phone. And it has a live video feed that you can use. So I can access the cameras to see like what recordings it has on it remotely, or I can even turn on the camera itself and watch the video like in a streaming video type format or type situation, for as long as I want, and which is just super cool. So,
Yeah. It's
um,
kind of profound to think of this is a perfect Gen X product because you just illustrated that in a pool in the Caribbean, instead of looking at bikinis, you're admiring your lawn.
I didn't, I
Yeah.
didn't think you were going there, but yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
And just to help out our fellow Gen Xers, a terabyte is roughly like a million 3.5 inch floppies,
Yeah,
give or take a dozen.
Right.
So
yeah.
It's a
it's a
couple of
lot of
couple of
floppy disks.
days.
Yeah,
Put it in terms that Gen Xers will understand, and I like
yeah,
that.
That's right.
yeah.
That's funny.
But
Um, I skipped over one of the main features of this camera system. It's a they call it the BioMind AI technology, and so Bionic Mind AI technology. And so what that does is it has facial recognition, uses
Oh,
AI to recognize your family. And so like I registered my face, my wife, my 2 kids, my parents, so that when they come up to the front door, I get a notification on my phone that says, hey, Linda's at the front door
that's
or
cool.
whatever.
that's
Yeah,
crazy cool.
Yeah.
and you can even register your pets. So it notices my pets and says, "Hey, Finley's in the backyard. Finley's in the front yard, or whatever." And it actually has vehicle recognition as well, so you can register your vehicles, and so it knows,
That's
"Hey,
awesome.
Noel's truck just drove up the driveway," and
Yeah. UPS
um,
is here. Right.
yeah. I mean, it can if I could register my, and it's the same UPS person that comes to our
Right.
house, and I can say, "Hey, the UPS dude is here." But
That's cool. Yeah, like because
um,
we have a security system. I won't name it because we're not reviewing it, but it's good. But
mhm,
like we see motion in our backyard, it detects motion, but we don't know what that is. Is it our
yeah,
dog? Is it somebody
yeah,
hopping the fence? So to
yeah,
have that distinction to say, "Hey,
yeah,
Rover is moving," uh,
yeah,
that's awesome. And I would
yeah,
say that would save us so much time of checking our phone to see what's really happening back there.
yeah, yeah.
Wow, pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super 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 handy. We were in Turks and Caicos, and we got like Amazon packages delivered, or we got something delivered to our front door. I was able to like, hey, text my mom and say, hey, when you have a chance, would you mind stopping by and just picking up the packages off our front
Mhm.
door? That kind of stuff. So,
That's cool.
Eufy actually has a Amazon like box. It's not Amazon specific, but it's for us to be Amazon, but anything like a package delivery box that you put on your front porch, and they put it, the delivery person puts it in the box and it closes and it locks so that people can't steal
Cool.
it off your front door. It notifies you and that kind of stuff, and it's got a whole bunch of different components. All I have are the cameras, and I also bought the this is the doorbell ringer thing too, and so
Yeah.
it's got two cameras on it. as you can see, I haven't even taken this out of the box yet, but I'm not one to tackle. I've got so many projects, man, at our house, but yeah, it's got 2K video. It stores up to 8 gig on board. Has similar features, the bionic mind technology and stuff, so it recognizes people, that kind of
That's
stuff.
really
But
cool.
I don't think I mentioned this too. I'm leaving out some key details. This is 4K video,
Oh,
so I mean it is fantastic quality video. And so like some car pull up in our driveway, I was able to just like take a still video of that and then zoom in all the way on their license plate, and I could see their license plate just
wow.
crisp clear.
That's
So
awesome.
pretty cool system. I think for what I paid for it, like I said, it was like $400 or $500. I can't remember exactly what I paid for it, but that was 3 cameras and then the main control thing, and then like I said, I bought the doorbell thing to go with it. But and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that you can buy to kind of build onto your system. But like I said, I've had it for a month. I feel comfortable whenever we're traveling. I can check it and see what's going on. The other night it was pouring down rain, and so I thought I heard like one of our chairs like flying across the backyard. Just pulled up the camera, didn't have to get out of bed, just checked it and
Nice.
like, nope, didn't move. I'm good. Went right
Neighbor's
back to
umbrella.
sleep. Yeah, neighbor's umbrella. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a pretty cool purchase. Been really happy with it, so I highly recommend it. And I should say this at the onset, really, but we're not being paid anything by Eufy.
Right.
This was just a product that I bought recently. Thought it was a good product that Gen Xers can get the benefit of. There's a lot of systems out there. Kind of get overwhelmed if you don't understand
Mhm.
what you're looking for. You can really get pretty overwhelmed. But I did my research and glad I did, and super happy with this system. So
Yeah.
anyway,
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So to clarify, no subscription, right?
none at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's nice.
it's all my video, so I'm not paying Eufy for anything. I'm able to access my network remotely and view the video and stuff, and they don't charge me anything, to do that. So yeah, completely subscription free, nothing. It's all my data, so it's all good.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And I love the fact that they say when you get a camera gets a full charge, I think it can go on for like 90 days or something on a full charge.
Hmm.
And it's constantly recharging itself every day. It gets a full battery. And so, I mean, these are never going to run out of power,
That's so cool.
which is super, super nice. I
I
don't have
like
to worry
that
about those
solar idea.
batteries. I know. I mean, I don't have to worry about any of the changing out batteries or anything like that. And that's super, super, super nice. But
And even
anyway.
thinking longevity, like something's going to break eventually,
Yeah.
hail damage, something. So
Mhm.
without the wires and all that, I mean, if you do have to replace one, that's super simple too. You just
Yep.
go in and swap out the component that's needing to be fixed or repaired
Yeah.
or updated,
Yep.
even with the way technology's coming out. So
Yep.
that's pretty neat. Pretty neat.
Yep. Yep. I like it. And what another thing, neat little feature it's got on it is you can each camera has a speaker on the bottom of it, and so and a microphone on it as well, and so I can hear what's going on, with the camera, but then I can also speak through it as well.
Mhm.
And I've scared the ever living crap out of my wife.
Yeah.
A couple mornings, I'm like, wake up.
I love doing that on our doorbell system. Always like my wife will go out front to grab the mail. I'm like, get away from the door, thief. Step away. The police are on their way.
I'm calling 911.
Yeah, I mean we had a scare, and again, this is just talking security cameras for our generation in general. We had a scare with a guy that our neighbor saw was not from our neighborhood, and he decided to run up. Our driveway is on the side of our house, and he decided to run up on our driveway, and then somehow vanished. We have no idea what happened to
Wow.
him. And somehow he evaded our camera by going into the next door neighbor's gate, whatever, long story short. But the point was, after that, we decided on ours, there's a thing that we can turn on that says, "Hi, you're currently being recorded." So that way, if somebody does, and I'll tell you right now, it's made me lose my shorts a couple of times, or mess my shorts a couple of times when I've heard them say it to me. But it's been nice because now I know that if somebody does come in, not only are we recording it, but maybe that would give them a second thought of, what am I doing here? So just security cameras in general for a Gen X group, I think the technology the price point on technology has become more reasonable.
100%.
And I think in this day and age, it's important. It really is.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
hey, Noel, you live in a fairly, rural area.
Who's tapping?
And
Somebody
I
tapping?
think that's Noel.
Oh, okay.
Busted.
I did that
Sorry.
on purpose.
So, Noel, you live in a rural area. Does it pick up wildlife pretty well?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't. Of course, we have a lot of deer that run around it here. I don't think I've seen a deer come across the cameras yet. But I mean, my dogs trip the motion sensor. I haven't turned about the medium on the motion sensitivity, I should say. But I may experiment with that and turn it all the way to like super sensitive and see if, just how much is it actually going to get triggered. But we
Interesting.
we had a frog like outburst in my back. My kids and my wife are making fun of me because I'm in this battle with the toads, and we have so many toads on our back porch and I don't mind toads. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But the little turds, man, are like, I never knew that. I mean, I guess you'd have to, but I never knew a toad like laid turds. But
I
if
don't
you
guess
guys
I
could,
did either.
oh my gosh, like they're not small, and I mean, you got to think like to lay something that big, they're doing it while they're jumping. Otherwise, anyway.
That's awesome.
Not to be too graphic, but
That-
I say all that because the camera was picking up like little toads like jumping around and stuff like that. Because I thought I had like bats or snakes or something a lot worse than toads on my back porch when we first moved here. Which if it was snakes, Lena would have made me burn the house first and then move. So, but no, it was just toads, thankfully. But man, those little dudes, and I've been in a battle royale since we got here. But
wow,
anyway,
that's fun.
But it will record those.
That's
so
awesome. That's a good review, Noel.
Yeah.
Thank you. Super happy with it. Hope somebody listening, hope one of our listeners that's listening to this can get something out of it. Like I said, I'm super happy with it and would strongly recommend it to anybody that's looking for a good home security system. It's a really good, intuitive, easy to use system. You don't have to be an IT genius or anything like that to hook it up. I was taking a walk the other morning and saw one of my neighbors was getting a security system installed, and they had like 4 guys out there running wires and stuff. And I just kind of laughed a little bit, I'm like, there's easier ways, than to do all that. But anyway,
that's awesome. That's good stuff. Yeah. And to keep in mind, like I say, Noel, like Noel said, we're not being paid. Eufy didn't even ask us to do this, but so we will let you know in future episodes. We've been contacted by a couple who have asked us to review some products, and so we'll let you know if we have people who have reached out to us, or if we're just doing this on our own. So our first couple are just going to be ones that we think are really cool ideas that we want to share. But we will let you know at the beginning of episodes if this is something that's sponsored or provided by another company. These first ones, like Noel said, truly something that we think, what could a Gen Xer benefit from, and what do we have that we really enjoy, and that's what these are to begin.
Yep. Any questions or anything anybody has as they're listening to this review, watching the video, whatever, if you have any questions or anything, just drop it to us in social media.
Absolutely.
Shoot us an email, whatever. Be happy to answer those. But like I said, Best Buy sells this. I think that's where I bought mine. Amazon, I'm sure, has the same system. There's plenty of videos and stuff out on YouTube too about the eufy security system, and other reviews too about the same system. But this has been my experience, and I've, like I said, I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of years of usage out of it. So it's good stuff.
And we'll put a link to the eufy website in the YouTube notes as well, and the podcast notes.
Cool.
Very good. Well, thanks, Noel, for introducing us to this awesome product review.
Yes.
I know it's addressed some pain points that are back in my mind with the system I currently have and the frustrations I have with it. So this gives me a different option. So we appreciate
Absolutely.
that. And to our listeners, anything out there that you found is awesome and has impacted you or your family in a positive way, and like for us to share your experience, we'd love to hear all about it. So,
Absolutely.
alrighty,
Because
well,
there's some things I'd love to learn about too.
yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, everybody.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Okay, we'll catch you on the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this review and our face-to-face video once more. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.